everybody. Welcome to my very first video of my very first YouTube channel. Yeah, I have been putting this off for the longest time because I'm very much a perfectionist and I feel like I need to have the right camera, or I need to have the right background, or I need to have the right, exactly what I'm going to say, and I have to have editing, and I have to have this and that, and so long story short, it has kept me stuck in my tracks for about 2 years now. Meanwhile, I have all this information inside my head that I need to share with everybody. So today is my birthday. So I am pushing myself out. Out of my own way. Did you ever have one of those friends who just knew you wanted to do something really, really bad, but you didn't feel like, am I good enough? Am I ready? Do I know what I'm doing? All these kind of things, and we get that imposter syndrome, and we start to doubt ourselves and be like, oh, maybe nobody really wants to hear what I have to say, and then we end up not sharing our message with the world. Well, I'm being my own little friend, and I'm pushing myself into it. Whether it's pushing me into the pool or pushing me into the deep end, this is certainly the deep end, YouTube, but I have a really important message that I need to share with the world. So, my name is Angel Salucci. Actually, it's Angela Maria Salucci, and I originally come from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I have been in healthcare my entire life. I started out when I was 13 years old as a candy striper. I always have to pause because those are close letters, minus one letter, and it's a whole different career path, which, yeah, I mean, that didn't come till my 20s. I'm kidding. I never did that, Mom. Never did that, Dad. But I started as a candy striper when I was 13, phlebotomy, nursing, eventually became a family nurse practitioner. But then, 5 years ago, I got into the world of medical fraud investigation. Yeah, and I started a company. It's called Overbrook Consultants. Don't go to the website because it's an old website. We're revamping everything, we're rebranding, and you'll see why in a second. But well, if you're watching this on the replay, my new website should be available in the next 2 weeks, so mid-February 2021. So if you're watching this on the replay and it's after mid-February 2021, that is the current website. But my old website was geared towards insurance industries. So I know I'm kind of rambling, but here's also my gift to myself. I am not editing this. Yeah, I'm a one-shot kind of girl. That's it, because we can get so hung up on perfectionism, right? Speaking of perfectionism, today I got red lipstick on because it's my birthday, if I didn't say that already, and I'm just going to show up authentic, real. This is my office. It's in a spare bedroom in my house because we are in COVID days right now, and I'm taking this quarantine pretty darn seriously. But I don't have the best camera. I don't know how to do editing. I actually am using my iPad, and then I'm going to figure out a way to put it up onto YouTube. I tried to do a live, but you need to have 1,000 subscribers before you can do a live. So please subscribe, and then I can do lives. But I'm just showing up. You know why? Because my message is more important than my mess. My message is more important than my mess. So I got sidetracked. 5 years ago, I started a fraud investigation company where we worked with insurance carriers to investigate for medical fraud and abuse in the medical bills, over treatment, and the billing records, right? So first of all, side note, that had me thinking, wait a minute, the insurance carriers are in bed with the hospitals and the providers, and they're paying an outside agency to make sure that their bedfellows are being honest and charging them appropriately. There's something messed up with that system. Oh, there's something messed up with our entire healthcare system here in the United States. Yeah, and guess who's going to fix it? You are. You and me, we're going to fix it. Because anyway, there's so many things I could talk about, right? We're going to get to all of that. Not today, clearly. But, so I started my company 5 years ago. I acquired, though, another company that has been doing this work for over 20 years. So we have a lot of data, 20 years, over 25 years worth of data now, right? One day I started looking at our numbers, and I'm like, wait a minute, it seems like a lot of these medical bills that we review, seems like most of them all have errors. So I ran the numbers. Are you ready for this? 9 out of 10 of the medical bills that we reviewed contained errors. Now, I know there's old stats out there that say 8 out of 10. Oh no, my numbers show, from 25 years of data, show that 9 out of 10 of the medical bills that you and I get in the mail could contain errors. That 9 out of 10 of the medical bills we get are, whether you're paying for them or an insurance carrier is paying for them, or you have Medicare, Medicaid, which we're paying for that because the taxpayers fund that, which we can get into that too, they are still so much higher than they should be. In fact, hospitals are notorious for raising their prices by 400 to 500%. What other industry does that? What other industry does that where people don't even question them? What other industry does that and they're not even regulated? They can do and charge whatever they want. Yeah, so when I saw those numbers, I was like, and I used to be able to do the Philly head roll. Oh, hell no, not on my watch. No, no more. So we've pivoted during COVID, and hence why my website's not what it should be just yet. I'm in the process of, that's the other thing, guys. It's just me. I'm learning how to redo a website, so I'm doing that now too, and that will be up in the next 2 weeks. But we've pivoted from working for the insurance carriers, and now we want to work with the consumers of healthcare. Now, here's the other thing you're going to figure out about me. Words have meaning. So why am I saying consumers? This is going to be a whole show too, because guys, the word patients, we're not patients. Do you realize how disempowering the word patient is? I don't want to be patient. I want to have autonomy. I want to be in control of my body and my medical expenses and all of that kind of stuff. I want to have a collaborative relationship with my provider also. Yeah. Oh, and here's the thing. Guys, I could go on and on, but there are, same way there are good teachers and bad teachers, good police officers, bad police officers, there's good and bad doctors. I'm not wanting you to, I'm not trying to get you to not trust your providers. I'm just asking you to show up as an educated and an empowered consumer of healthcare. And that's what we're all going to do. And guess what? If you do that, oh my gosh, your provider, if he's one of the ethical providers that are out there, which are a plethora of them, and unfortunately the unethical ones, they're making it bad for these good guys. If they knew that there were educated and empowered consumers of healthcare wanting to make the healthcare system so much better for them, for our nurses, for everybody else working in the healthcare system, man, do you have any idea? We can change the healthcare system. Our providers are so overworked and underpaid. Now you may think they make a lot of money, but wait till I tell you what the CEOs of hospitals are making. They make in one day. They make in one day what a nurse practitioner, and a physician would make in 1 year combined. Oh, we're gonna get into all that stuff. See what I mean? My message is more important than my mess, okay? Anyway, what else was I going to tell you today? So I'm going to start doing videos. I'd like to say I'm going to show up every week. There's so many things out there, guys, for anybody who has YouTube channels. There's algorithms and this and that, and all that stuff was getting in my way for the last 2 years. And now I'm like, no more, because my message needs to be heard by people. So my message, and I'm going to give it to you in baby chunks. I'm not going to go on and on and on for like a 30-minute video. I'm going to try and keep these within 10 minutes. Bite-sized atom bombs, bite-sized little pieces, nuggets of information. Today you need to know that 9 out of 10 of the medical bills that you get in the mail could contain errors. Yes. So baby steps right now before we dive into everything else each week is that start reading your medical bills, guys. Start reading them. And also, don't take them at face value. Realize that you don't have to pay for anything until you understand and agree with everything. Here comes the Philly head roll again. You don't have to pay for anything until you understand and agree with everything. How are you going to understand? Oh, that's where I come in. I'm going to open the kimono. Well, not literally. That would be back to my candy stripper days. I'm going to open up. You're going to see Oz. I'm going to teach you how to do what lots of people, thousands of people, companies, big darn companies, I don't know if I could curse on YouTube, are doing for the insurance industry. Oh yeah, I'm going to be doing it for you. I am bringing all of my knowledge, information, tools, everything, resources with you. And when my I've got tools that I've created that are going to make this easy for you, that help you have everything organized in one spot. Oh my gosh, I have a course that I'm in the process of creating for you. Anything and everything that I could think of. I'm like, oh, I'm going to make graphics for them so they can be visual for visual learners. I'm going to do courses for people who learn better by hearing. I'm going to do all these things because I want the information to come at you from all different angles so that you can step into your power and say enough is enough. Oh no, this is not going to happen anymore. Certainly not going to happen anymore on my watch. And I'm going to make sure that everybody has the knowledge and the tools and the information that they need so that they can become a better consumer of healthcare. And it is a consumer transaction. You're giving money to somebody for a transaction. And like I said, whether you have health insurance or you don't. By the way, since COVID, we have over 30 million people who are uninsured in our country. Oh, I'm coming for you guys first. I'm here for you, and I'm going to help you become a better consumer of healthcare because you have the most to lose. Yeah, you do. So why am I doing this? Why? What's my why? Because back to, I said, I'm originally from Philadelphia. Actually, so the name of my company is Overbrook Consultants. And you're going to date yourself here if you recognize this song, but in West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where I spent most of my days chilling out. Blah, blah, blah. That is by Will Smith from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And I grew up in a neighborhood in West Philadelphia called Overbrook. And I have Overbrook Consultants. And Will Smith also grew up in my neighborhood. He was a little younger than me. He grew up in my neighborhood, and he has a company called Overbrook Entertainment. So Overbrook means so much to my heart because that is where I learned the meaning of community. I learned how we are supposed to have each other's backs, and we do that by sharing our information and our resources with one another. And that is what I plan on doing here. This is now becoming my community. So I thank you for being here with me on my birthday. Yeah, monumental. And I thank myself for getting out of my own way and realizing that my message is more important than my mess. So, love you guys. Can't wait to get to know you all. If you have questions, comments, anything you want me to talk about, and specifically, you just let me know in the comments. And again, it's just me. I will reply. Okay? Have a great day. I will see you next time. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye. I don't know how to turn this off. See? I told you I don't know what to do. Okay, I'm going to just hit stop recording now. Okay, but I told you one take. One take. That's all I got. Okay, goodbye.